Hi everyone, thank you for joining me today. My name is TenajNikki, and today I'm going over some really easy fashion hacks. These are random hacks that you may not know, things that make you look flawless in that backless piece, giving you some invisible support, making that expensive coat look better for longer, making sure you can walk in those beautiful high heels for longer. So if you're interested in content like this, make sure you give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And if you're subscribing, make sure you click the notification bell to notify of everything I have coming out here on YouTube. So let's get into it. Thing we're going to talk about is that invisible support. So when I say invisible support, I'm talking about things that help you look smoother, lift you up in places, and tighten things in. You put that drapey, form-fitting dress on, you look smooth like butter. I would say that you should invest into some form of Spanx. Now, of course, there is the actual name brand Spanx. There is Kim K's line of Skims. There's literally hundreds now of variations of Spanx that you could find even at your local Walmart. Actually, I believe I got this pair of Spanx I'm showing you guys here from Target. They are of the short variation, so it covers right under the breast line and it goes right to the mid thigh. So most skirts and dresses will cover these shorts. Now the great thing is that you can get these in a variety of colors: white, this apricot nude, caramel tones that will match my skin better. There's also brown tones and black. If you're looking for something that's specifically your nude, I would say you have a much better chance of finding it if you're not like the default apricot nude by shopping online. I am showing you here a different variation of Spanx. This is kind of like a deep V bodysuit. The way it supports, it goes much further, so it allows you to wear something that has a very deep V but gives you all the support of like a full bodysuit. It does connect with a back bra strap like a traditional bra would, and the length of these shorts is actually just a little bit below mid thigh, so it's not quite to the knees, but it's about the same length as like a traditional Bermuda short. This is in black, and I've actually wore this piece under many dresses, and it just gives just the right amount of support. I really enjoy these. This is in a large, and the brand is BB. I did get this at a discount store, but I'm sure you can find an equivalent to it online. For everything I mentioned in this video, I will have something linked down below, so if you're looking to purchase something like it, you can. Now, staying in line with the invisible support, I'm showing you one of my favorite things to wear, which is a backless push-up bra. It's very sticky with a jelly-like material, and that's what sticks to your chest. The way you make it a push-up, you start the cup kind of off to the side on both ends and you push together, and it creates the push-up effect with being backless. I genuinely enjoy wearing this because, one, it feels effortless. I don't feel it at all, and I forget that I'm wearing a specialty kind of bra when I am wearing it. Also, it looks great on just about any and everything. I believe I purchased this either at Walmart or Target. Again, shopping online will get you much more of a variety of sizes. I am typically a 34D, so sometimes it might be a little bit difficult for me to find a bra in store, so I do tend to shop online more often than not when it comes to those type of undergarments. But this is such an investment. I think mine was approximately $20, and I absolutely feel like it's worth it. Check it out. No matter what your cup size, if you need some support and you don't want to have to worry about any bra straps showing on the shoulders or on the back, this is a fantastic option. Keeping along with sticky things that go on your chest, I'm going to be showing you all these covers. I don't know if I can say this cover on YouTube, but going along with these kind of covers, I would highly suggest that you get them. I'm going to be showing you two different kinds that I own. This one is specifically for just the areola, and it has a much thicker padding, and you'll see on the inside there is a cloth-like piece. It's to protect this part, and it also allows for there to be breathing room, if that makes sense, for that specific body part. I did get this in a deeper skin tone, which again I would highly suggest if you are not part of the variation of what traditional nude looks like, whether you're much more fair or deeper skin tone. I would look online if you can't find it immediately in store. Unfortunately, it really depends on the store where you're shopping on how inclusive it is, but you will find the right tone online every time. This is another variation of that type of cover. This one has a much larger surface, and it's also thinner. They both have their purpose. The larger one I tend to like when I want the same effect as like the backless bra, but I don't necessarily want to wear even that, or maybe the V is so deep that the backless bra would still show. And the smaller one is when it's a very deep V and there's a good bit of cleavage that's going to be showing that even the larger cover would still be seen. Again, it's really based on your comfort level level and the type of items that you think you would be using. If you're trying to figure things out, I would get both. Me personally, it doesn't hurt to have both, but if you want to lean towards one or another, start out with both so you can decide which kind and which size you prefer. Now there are all kind of variations of covers like this. I've tried the kind where it was pretty large and flower shaped, and it actually had the almost tape-like attachment to lift, and I found that one pretty uncomfortable. So again, there are hundreds of variations of things like this. I would try a couple before you figure out which one works perfect for you. Now to round out the undergarment, I would say invest into some seamless underwear. Now they do have like bikini high-rise seamless underwear if you're a bloomer person. If you don't mind wearing thongs, seamless thongs are available. Again, I'll have examples linked in the description box below. It allows you to have the opportunity to wear underwear without necessarily seeing it. Finding seamless underwear, there are plenty of options, including cotton if you still need breathable materials. And again, I'll link some examples down below. So now we're gonna move on to shoes and making high heel shoes work. Now I am a bit of an expert on this. I wear high heels all the time and they're actually my preferred shoe. I'm someone who has a very high arch, so if something is flat and doesn't have support built into the shoe, that shoe is generally uncomfortable for me to wear for a long time. But I will admit, for most people, high heels can be an uncomfortable experience, and I have had some shoes that aren't the most comfortable to wear. So I'm going to show you some tips and tricks so you can get longer wear out of those beautiful shoes that you picked out. Now, have you ever bought a pair of shoes that fit everywhere else, but the back of your heel just keeps getting cut into? The shoe design has just a very sharp point, or there's like a fray or something that just keeps digging into the back of your heel. And if you were to go a half a size up, it just simply wouldn't fit you anymore. What I would suggest doing is putting a band-aid on the back of your heel. It could be a flesh tone band-aid so it's not as noticeable, where you can put it on the back of your actual heel, or you can put a band-aid on the inside of the shoe so your foot can slide in and out with having a physical barrier inside of it. I've had to use this a couple times in the past where I just had these beautiful shoes that I did not want to let go, but the longer I wore them or whatever I was doing, if I had to run around the office, which yes, I physically have run around office in high heels, it will literally cut into the back of the heel. Putting a band-aid in the back of the heel just gives you that extra barrier, so it gives the shoe a lot more comfort that just wasn't there before. Now another hack, if you wear shoes long enough, you'll find that the indentations of where the majority of your body weight in a high heel lands will be on the balls of your feet and on the heels of your feet. Those are the pressure points when you're walking in shoes. Now this is not just for high heels, this works for loafers and flats as well. If you find a shoe where you're just having issues of having these weird pressure points or things just aren't physically comfortable, you can get gel insoles. These are some insoles that I actually picked up from the Dollar Tree. You get 2 for $1, and this is for the heel. They also do sell the ones for the ball of your foot, and I believe at one point they did like a traditional full insole gel. I think that one you may have to cut down though to fit your shoe if it's just not like a round toed shoe, especially if you're trying to make it adaptable for high heels. The high heels one tends to have a thinner silhouette, so it fits inside the high heel shoe very easily. Insoles like this make your favorite pumps wearable from 2 hours to 6 hours. They just make a huge difference. You get so much more support, so much more cushion, and the higher end you go on these insoles, the more durability and long wear that you have while using them. And these are some tips and not so much hacks when it comes to particularly wearing high heels. I always tend to buy a half a size to a size and a half bigger when it comes to high heels. I prefer pointed toe shoes. Honestly, when you're buying a pointed toe shoe in your true size, you're more than likely going to get your feet to kind of crunch in to meet the point. So I typically do buy at least a half a size or a size and a half fuller. In flats and sneakers, I can wear a 6.5. I do have some high heels that are 7.5 and even 8s when it comes to a boot, because I want my shoe to be able to rest within the shoe, and then the point of the shoe just be the material. It's not necessarily my feet going into that point. So don't be afraid to go a half a size or even a size and a half bigger if you're looking at a particular cut of shoe and it's just really uncomfortable for your feet to sit in it properly. Going up a half a size just gives you physically more room and allows you to wear the shoes much longer. And this is a hack for those who wear shoes very often. You will learn what your natural arch is. So for me, wearing any shoes that are under a height of 3.5 inches, I'm going to tumble and fumble everywhere, okay? I'm going to fall because my natural arch sits at least 3.5 inches. That's what makes it a comfortable shoe for me to stand in. Some people literally have no arch, so high heels will always be uncomfortable, and you may feel more comfortable in wedges or platforms. And some people can really handle the 2.5 inch. Again, I will fumble and stumble every time. And for someone like me, 3.5, 4, even 4.5 can be a very comfortable resting point for my arch to land. This is for people who are honestly wearing shoes all the time. You'll understand what I'm saying. Find the natural heel arch for yourself, and you'll see that when you stay in that range, you'll be able to wear heels way more comfortably for a very long time. These next fashion hacks focus on the actual clothes. I want to talk about fashion tape. So fashion tape kind of goes on the same lines of what you think body tape is. Body tape is where you lift and stick and you move pieces around so that so your clothes drape on it gracefully. Fashion tape does something a little bit similar. The fashion tape can stick to your physical person, or it can fit to other pieces of fabric to stick. It's a very sticky two-way tape that adheres to wherever you put it. It makes the two items stick in the exact position that you put them. I've used this before with the shirt dress that had a pretty top midriff. It buckled between the two buttons. So in this instance, I used the fashion tape between the two buttons and it worked perfectly. Both fashion and body tape, if not taken off gently, the skin can hurt. I would be cautious if you have sensitive skin, or if you plan to bind the clothing in what may be an unnatural or very uncomfortable way, that you prepare that you have warm soapy water to remove the tape so you're not physically ripping anything off. Two more things for the clothes themselves. One is a pillar, or otherwise known as a fabric shaver. So this removes like any of the pills that frequent wearing of a particular type of garment creates. A lot of this happens with wool and cotton garments, and those of polyester blends with cotton. The fabric just starts to pill and it makes it a little bit unsightly. Something like this you could use. It gathers all the little fabric pieces and it's a little miracle worker. This item was under $12 on Amazon. You can find them in your local big box stores as well, but it is a very cheap but efficient product to make your very expensive or just very well loved pieces last a lot longer. Now another thing to use is a steamer. I love using a steamer over a traditional iron in most cases. One, it allows you to get rid of the garment's wrinkles while it's standing up. And also it's very difficult to burn the material with this. A lot of times if you're using a polyester or a very silky type of material, it's very easy to burn. With a steamer, you're just using very hot air and it does the job. Steamers are very portable as well, and also very cheap. Most steamers are under $20 unless you're getting a super elite one that has all kind of attachments, but the typical one that most people use are $20 and under, and you can even get the mini kind so you can travel with them. Last but not least, as far as hacks go, I wanted to show you guys the Febreze stationary small space devices. I absolutely love these for sticking them in closets and drawers. They smell fantastic and they say that they last up to 30 days, but honestly, even as the smell wanes, I would say give it another 15 to 20 days past that 30-day mark before you smell absolutely nothing, and your clothes smell fantastic. It's a good way to get that old mothy clothing on top of clothing smell that can happen. Even if you have the cleanest of closets, it can still happen because they're typically cold, dark spaces. So they can make little funny smells, and this is a very efficient way where you don't need to have a plug, you don't need to have anything really special outside of this little device that you can just stick somewhere in the closet, and it smells fantastic every time you open up your closet. Alright guys, so those are all my fashion hacks. Let me know if I missed anything. If you guys have some fashion hacks of your own, be sure to put them in the comment section below. And again, everything that I can find to link, I will have in the description box for you guys to find for yourself. If you enjoyed today's content, make sure you give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And if you're subscribing, make sure you click the notification bell so you're notified of everything I have coming out here on YouTube. Follow me on social media. I'm at TenajNikki. That is on Pinterest, Instagram, and TikTok. Thank you guys so much for joining me today, and I will see you all on the next one. Bye.